you're actually feeling like you're buggered before you play because you've actually a bit worried about it, come and see me. We can do something about that. We're going to try and see if we can run a night to help anyone that wants to. I can make lots of people. I work with elite athletes all the time. The other thing is, when people actually are really nervous before a game, one of the big things you get is a dry mouth. Anyone ever had that? Dry mouth is an indication that anxiety is actually happening to you a little bit. It means you've got too much adrenaline on. What happens to rabbits when they've got too much adrenaline on? They sit in the headlights, like, you know, big, oh wow, here I am, come and knock me over, all of that. So two things, if you get a dry mouth, number one, I want you to have a drink. Even if it's a bit of fizzy Coke or anything else like that, swirl it around, you can swallow it if you want and spit it out. What it does is it tells your brain you're actually not as nervous as you think you are. Does that make sense? Really easy little thing to start off with. Second thing is, the other reason most people don't talk is we don't practice it enough. Who practices saying my ball every time they pick the ball up? All right, I want you to get used to doing that. My ball. So in other words, we're going to get used to doing a few things at training. Why do I want to say my ball when I'm picking the ball up? I don't know your name yet, but I'll ask questions. Doesn't matter if you're wrong. Might be. So you don't collide with the teammate. What else? Yeah, number one. Yeah, as soon as you're confident to talk, it puts off people. But there's another reason. If I'm one of those people that's got a bit of anxiety on board and the ball's rolling a bit crooked, what are you thinking about? Oh shit, the ball's rolling a bit crooked. What might happen? Well, what if I fumble this? Stephen will yell at me, all of that sort of stuff. Which, by the way, I'm trying to get coaches to work out, help people get better. Don't scream at them, makes them more anxious. All right? But by saying my ball, what happens is you actually focus your brain on what you want to do, not what you don't want to do. Does that make sense? So when coaches are saying don't fumble, what happens is in your brain it's going the word fumble, fumble, fumble. So we know by actually saying my ball, whenever you go to pick it up, get your feet near it and pick it up. So I'm going to get you to do a few little talking drills you're going to think are stupid. I want you to practice them as much as possible. Because if you're no good at your left foot, what do? Well, yeah, I would like you to practice your left foot. Would that make sense? So if you're not used to talking, if you never talk, you don't get better at it. And then a coach goes in the finals, I want you to talk. You're like, okay, all right. And what happens is then they complain they don't talk enough. And I say it's the coach's fault, not the players, because you haven't actually given them a chance to. So the first thing I want you to do is just hands along here. One pair here, who's your partner?